Welcome to the Just Two Black Brothers, the podcast. I'm DJ Period. That is my brother PoPolitickin, and we are joined by the homie ES. So, how you doing?
Peace. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
We good. Glad to have you. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
All right. We get started. Where you from? What you do? Let the people know.
My name is S.
Oh, it's S.
S, yeah.
I thought
it was E
too. Oh, my bad. Oh, yes.
You won't be the first. You won't be the last. Yeah, I'm a MC out of the Toronto area. Been making music probably more seriously since 2007. Been dabbling since like the early 90s, inspired by, the KRS-Ones of the world, the EPMDs, the
Cardinal Officials.
Yeah, him too.
Hey, was he the first Canadian big time like mainstream guy?
Nah, there was people before him, but yeah,
Okay.
He's probably one of the bigger names that came out in the 90s.
Yeah.
But Maestro Fresh West, Michie Me, those are probably folks that were before him that made it, bigger on the international scene.
Yeah.
Back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Look, why they call it the Six?
I don't call it the Six. That's a young boy thing.
What does that mean though? Is it a zip code or something?
Yeah. 416 is the Toronto area code. So I think
I never knew that. I was like, why people call it the Six?
Yeah, 416.
What you call it?
Toronto.
Hey, I'm actually trying to get up to Toronto because I'm in Brooklyn. They say it's like 8-9 hour drive. Just want to take, and I got the kids. They say the kids can cross over on the parent passport. So I said, just to say we went somewhere internationally for the summer. We'll just drive up there.
It's pretty nice up here in the summer. Definitely come up in the summer.
What type of weather though? Normally, normal summer weather.
Yeah, same. I mean, it's same as New York weather.
Okay, so 90s, no hundreds though, right?
Nah, not really. Nah.
Okay, so you said you've been digging and dabbling, but you've been doing it as a professionally since 2007. So what? Who are some art? Like who are some? You just named some artists you just named some artists, but those are the same artists like who inspired you.
Yeah, like I think Run DMC. That was probably the first group that caught my ear. Like 10, 11 years old. I heard Tricky, and this was before I even knew what rap was. So that caught my ear, and yeah, I was hooked ever since. I mean, groups like them, EPMD, Wu-Tang, Nas, Big Daddy Kane, those are Common, Quali, Most. I mean, groups like those inspired me to, want to pursue rhyming a little bit more seriously. So.
Yeah, I've been beating this horse lately, but those groups. That's the beginning of hip hop. And I've been saying it like the last couple weeks, but yeah, we like the youngest genre, probably one of the most popular genres, but it's actually one of the youngest. It's still the youngest genre out because there's never been no other genre of music after rap, just the subgenres of
right,
trap, West Coast gangster, and drill. How would you describe your sound?
I consider it. I refer to my sound as grown man rap. So I rap about grown man stuff. My kids, my family. Stuff that folks my age. I mean, I'm in my 40s, so stuff that people my age can relate to. It's a lot of social commentary, a little bit of that. A little bit of introspection. In my stuff, so yeah, it's stuff that the more mature crowd would appreciate a little bit more. But I make music for everybody.
Yeah, I was saying our generation will be the generation that takes rap past that stigma against being an older rapper. You know, because before they made fun of people rapping after 30 or 35, or then it went to rapping after 40. So now it's more so where you got those older people, which is us, who still listen to Too Short, who still listen to whatever to keep that going, which is probably was one of the cons of this being the youngest genre, that the OGs didn't get carried on and on and on.
Right.
Like other genres, we are the generation that's going to carry the OGs to like legendary infamy, where they'll be talking about them for generations.
Well, that's the hope. That's the hope.
I think it's geared toward it though, like, because I was just thinking, like, I was listening to some music from the '90s today. I was like, damn, this music like 30 years old.
Yeah. And we feel our age every time we hear it.
yeah, definitely. So, talking about hip hop, what is something you like about it, and what's something you don't like about it?
I mean, I love the information that you get from hip hop. I mean, I think a lot of my upbringing, like in terms of learning about life, learning about the world, I think for me personally, I took a lot more from hip hop than watching like CNN or Fox News or whatever. Just education about different cultures, different walks of life, just some of the plights that we see in society. Hip hop was probably one of the biggest what's the word I'm looking for? They were the one style of music that really talked about real
what was going through.
What people are going through. So I think for me, I took a lot of my upbringing, I got from, and worldly views on the world, from hip hop. So I think that's probably one of the big positives, and just the unity, the unity element of hip hop. People of all creeds, colors, races, countries are welcome to participate and express themselves, and it brings people together. You don't have to be the same color to enjoy it and participate in it. So that's one of the beauties of hip hop. On the negative side, I think it's more so rap, just the way that the media portrays it, and some of the images that they sort of force feed down the throats of the masses. It's really the negative aspect, and it's a lot of it's manufactured, but it's real destructive in a big sense. So I think that's the aspect of it that I it is what it is. It's to be expected once something like this is a cash cow for corporations.
Yeah, definitely.
It's bound to happen, but that's the only downside, is people outside the culture who don't really know enough about it. They see what they're shown in the media, and that's their portrayal of Black people or brown people. So
yeah, that's what they was probably talking about on that Headed for Self-Destruction. That was a double entendre, but we didn't even know it at the time,
right?
Because they was talking about what's going on now, but they probably also was talking about hip hop, because at that point it was still pure, but now people didn't put the fentanyl in the game now, so it's people self-destructing off of that. But I was listening to because even NWA, if you listen to like Express Yourself, like they was like, yo, we might be alright, but they might ban us and say to hell with NWA because of the stuff that we are talking about. It's like we talking about police brutality. We talking about not being able to, as the people not being able to. He said maybe they'd ban my group from the radio, CNWA, and say hell no. They never thought at that time, like, yo, we might not be making no money with this because of what we're talking about, but they turned down some of the most successful hip hop acts ever.
Yep. And 30 years later, they're still talked about. They're still, those albums are still on people's top 10 lists, top 50 lists. So it stands the test of time.
Yeah, definitely. So what you working on? What you got working on this year?
Well, I just dropped an album in February. It's called "You Want a Piece of Me." It's my sixth studio album, and just pushing that right now. And just in the meantime, in between time, working on features and collaboration projects and some more albums that I have in the works. So just trying to keep busy this year, and just represent the culture as best I can, and try to make my little mark.
Yeah, so that's all you could do is try to represent the culture the best you can, and grab a few people on the way, right?
Yep, indeed, indeed.
And what are some things you do outside of music?
Outside of music, I'm a family man. I do the daddy thing, the husband thing, and that's about it. Do the 9 to 5 thing. So just do the real life thing, and hip hop is sort of the glue that kind of keeps me together, keeps me sane.
Uh-huh. And your
Yeah.
family got any favorites they got of yours? What's some song? What are some songs that some favorites of the fam?
I have a song called "Aspire to Inspire." That's it's my second album. It's probably one of the songs that they seem to like the most. I have a few in my catalog that the kids like, but yeah, that's probably one of the favorite ones, I think.
And is there any people you want to work with? Some artists you want to collab with before you hang it up?
I don't think I'll ever hang it up, to be honest.
That's
I
what's
think
up.
I'm one of those dudes that'll probably keep, whether I go as hard as I am now. I don't think I'll
Yeah.
ever stop. I don't think I'll ever stop writing and recording. But as far as artists that I want to work with, I mean, there's a few that I've thought about. I just have to find a way to make it happen. But Master Ace,
Okay.
he's one of my top in my top 10 for sure. I've already worked with one of my favorites, Elzai. Did a joint with him recently off my latest album, which is also featured on a compilation project that's out right now called As of Now.
As of now.
So
Okay.
you could check that out. It's yeah, it's a dope compilation featuring some dope talent from up here. Um, you know, Ace Eastwood is on it. Static Selector, a
Oh
few joints
yeah.
with Static Selector on there. Big Shug, my boy Righteous is on there. DJ Merciless, Usual Suspects, some other hip hop from up in the Toronto area. So yeah, I mean, just building, just trying to keep working. But yeah, there's other artists that I want to work with at some point. If opportunity presents itself, definitely gonna try to make that happen over the next few years. But
Definitely.
yeah, Master Ace is, yeah, he's one on the list that I want to make happen at some point.
Oh, you had Master Ace before? Thought you had Master Ace on. That's Poe over there. Poe be letting me shine on the podcast, but Poe been then interviewed about 1,000 artists. So I'm like the
Nice.
prodigy. I'm like his protege. So I'll be doing when we do the Just Two Black Brothers. I'll be shining. I'll be trying to shine and do my broadcast, my journalism thing. But that's an OG. That's the OG right there, though.
Absolutely.
PoPolitickin.
Yep.
You've been doing any shows like since everything opened back up?
Yeah. I've done a few. Just trying to do a few more this summer. Definitely trying to do some stateside stuff as well. Pre Before the pandemic, I was able to do some stuff in Buffalo and Rochester,
Okay.
Dallas, PA. A few places stateside. So definitely trying to do that now that things are opened up again. But yeah, I've been doing some shows in and around the Toronto area, and looking to do a little bit more of that this summer, so to promote the new record. So
Perfect. And what's the hardest part about being an artist? Creating a song or deciding which songs make the album?
um, Probably for me, creating the songs. For me personally, just finding an idea or concept that I haven't already touched on or isn't something that's been done, out there before. That's probably the toughest thing, because one of the things I pride myself in is working on stuff or putting out stuff that isn't typical. I don't want to sound like everybody else. So I think over the years I've been able to find my lane, my audience, and I found something that seems to work for me. And it's always trying to create something new that's the next time around, and not keep repeating myself over and over again. So
Oh yeah,
that's
I would think that would be tough, right? You like, all right, I've already talked about this. I just got to find another creative way to talk about it again, or just don't talk about it at all.
well, probably a little bit of both. I don't want to talk about the same thing over and over again, but if I do, I want to be able to flip it a different way that I haven't done before. So that's the probably the toughest thing is, yeah, just trying to come different, and keeping it fresh, and not repeating the same thing over and over again.
Okay. And they said your bio said you started on the hip hop website Word is Bond. Are you okay? It cut off a little bit. Oh, you was recording your what is this Word is Bond thing?
So Word is Bond is a website. I think if I'm thinking correctly what you're referring to. So it was a contest, an online song contest back in, I think, like 2013 or so,
Yeah.
2012. I submitted a song for this worldwide contest. I think there was something like 200 people submitted songs, and it was basically a almost like a round robin type thing. You start off with these 200 entries, and then the Word is Bond website. There's a couple of hip hop heads or curators on that website that went through the lists of submissions, and each week they just kept narrowing down the list to their best 100 or best 50, best 20, and I snagged a second place, I think. Second place in that contest, second or third place. So yeah, I was able to through that situation. I met up with um, uh, a label called Essential Records. The guy who ended up winning that contest, he was on that label, and we had connected through that contest. So that's basically how I was able to meet him, meet the owners of that label, and I was able to get on that label for a bit. So I did spent a couple of years there. Good peoples. Was able to network and meet different producers, and network off of their network, and all part of the building process to set myself up for future releases. So just keeping it pushing.
All right, we got a few tracks that were submitted to us. This is off I think the name of is it an EP that You Want a Piece of Me?
Yeah,
or is
that's
that an
the
actual
album.
Okay,
That's
the new one.
That's the album I just dropped this past February.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to find you on Apple Music, but it's a lot of people with ES. So let me see something. If I type it in by the album,
yeah,
I should be able to find you, right?
You should be able to find me there.
I want to play one of the songs from there. Okay, so we got Attack, the come up story, is Say My Name Right. I think LZ is on the Attack track, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll go into that one. What's that song about? And how'd you link up with LZ?
So my boy Righteous, he was working on this compilation that I just mentioned, as of now. So he had hit me up before. This was even before the compilation came up. So he had approached me, just as homies talking. If there was an artist that I could work with, who would it be? And at the time I thought it was just two hip hop heads talking. hip
Yeah.
hop. So I said, yeah, Elzai. He's one of my favorites in my top five. And we just didn't really think much of it. And a few weeks later, he told me that he had a way to get at him. He had a mutual friend or a connection to get to him, and he had approached him, and he was down to do a song with me. So while I was working on this "You Want a Piece of Me" album, I had Attack was already done, and it was sort of already mixed. It was already in the chamber. And I thought, just because of the time frame that he was looking to release it at the time, it wouldn't have given me enough time to really chop it up with Elzai and create a song from scratch. So I figured, you know what, I already have this song ready to go. Why don't we get him to jump on this? And basically that's the way that worked out. I sent him the song, sent him the concept. A few weeks later, he shot back the verse, and yeah, everything worked out. We were able to get it mixed, and yeah, the song made it to the compilation. So yeah, that's how that worked out.
All right, well, let's get it. Let's let the people tune into this one. This is Attack off the "You Want a Piece of Me" by the homie S.
Also on the As of Now compilation too.
Oh, As of Now compilation. All right, and that's on all digital streaming platforms, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Y'all go check that out. Let's get it. Let's go into this track. Y'all listening to it courtesy of Just Two Black Brothers, and shout out to the homie S one more time, man. I got the name right. So let's do it.
Imagine if I approached the beat the same way a lion does its next meal. How would that sound? Yeah. Only attack. I attack the beat break like a Viking with a sword. This is the attack. J Pal on the beat. S. Yeah, I let the beat speak, then it's time to eat it. I don't give a fuck, I tear it apart and start feasting. Bit on a creep from afar, making a move. Got this heat served on a platter, about to make it my food. Out in this open terrain we call rap. Long live survival of the fittest, where the weak ones don't make it back. With J Pal on the track, your boy S on the attack. With the heart of a lion, gazelle's best moving path. Track swiftly, hunger from within is with a grip me. Resonate in MP3 form, stay on my grizzly. Marking my territory, growl of the beast. To sunsetters in the west, I'm on a prowl from the east. Influenced by the OGs and all the heads from whom I navigate. Scooping a week in a bunch is when I salivate. About to eat my next meal, close palms like I'm saying grace. The pounce on the track without any crumbs and saving face. Hard to hear a rhythm like this, so let it play to waste. Thrill of the hunter, refusal to do a wasted chase. Light in the tank, make the most of my creative space. A metaphor for capitalizing on this hasty pace. Whether I rock solo or call in reinforcements, you get one chance to make a first impression. Don't be starving, so I take it all on strap till I'm ready to trash. Capture my prey on the track, engineer clear with the bounce. I treat beats like meat, eat them down to the bone. Only eat it when I know that the seasoning is on. Carnivore, devour the beat like medieval times. No manners when it comes to these rugged beats of rhymes. Survivor out in the wild, exposed to these elements, rain or shine. My hunger leaves carnage remnants. I unleash the beast, hungry because I gotta eat. Draw first blood, repeat the cycle the following week. All about the approach is simple mathematics. Strength in numbers equals skill rate above average. Before the attack, gotta come with the game plan. Concept before you grip the pen, the script on a page, fam. Who's a target market? Define a demographic. Like choosing slower animals, you have a better chance at. Explosive out the gate, you run out of gas. Work smarter, not harder, your results will be trash. Catch them off guard with a creative approach. Read the room, then once you catch them sleeping, go for the throat. If they didn't protect their neck, then you got them. This is the reason why successful predators remain plotting. Metaphor for dope MCs night and day who stay jotting. Keeping our pen sharp, riding beats like lions stay trotting. No holds barred down, taking no prisoners. I'm on the attack with Stone Cold Boss for you listeners.
got the eye of the tiger in my penile gland to catch me out, hear me growl. I see how grand I am to be blunt. It's wrapped around a senile strand. I freestyle with hung jury, that's a retrial plan for next year. They lowered the apex here and preyed on me like a rug in the mosque. You better off putting the slug in the moss. Bird pump plotting to kill an apparition. The ghost of another rapper missing who was trying to slap your wrist and not give you that for dissing. Cause he's somewhere on the map where they red snapper fishing. And Jaws is waiting, who won't challenge my flaws? They even got outlaws pulling straws, debating these birds aim for the stars. Bars from absurd lanes. Detroit niggas say that I'm cold when they heard flames. New York think I'm nice but call me mean. I'm bringing the house down so the roof fall through every wall between.
Yo, back. We are back. Yeah. Y'all was going in on that joint.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, y'all was spitting on there. Who produced that?
Yeah, that's by the production.
It's produced by a dude by the name of J Pal. One of my homies I went to college with.
Oh yeah, that stuck in my head. Yo, who was that? Who rapped last? That was LZ?
That was Elzai, yeah.
Yeah, Elzai. I was like, sheesh. Yeah, he gave you a banger verse too.
Yeah.
I said he was going in on that joint. Yeah. Before we get out of here though, man, I got a couple questions. We try to give a couple fun questions to the people, man, make them laugh a little bit if they are funny. But this one here, any song, anything you currently listen to on repeat? Any songs right now other than yours?
Songs on repeat. Man, it caught me off guard. I'm drawing a blank right now.
What you listen to today?
Oh, today. I was listening to an artist by the name Ivan Av.
Okay.
He's a dope MC out of I think he's from Norway, I believe. But he's pretty nice.
He got an IG?
Probably.
I don't know. Look him up.
Yeah. Ivan Av, like Avenue. Ivan Av.
Oh yeah. Paul, who you listen to today?
Nobody today.
Oh yeah, I was listening to NWA. I listened to some Warren G. I was on some West Coast. You know what? Because look, I don't even really be like, because California Love was played out so much when I was a kid. That's one of the songs that, like, if I listen to All Eyes on Me, I won't listen to California Love.
Yeah.
When it came on, I was like, okay. I forgot how nice that song was, because California Love came on so much when I was a teen, man. So.
It got overplayed.
Yeah, and I grew up in California, so it was like, yo, everywhere you go, California. So today I actually listened to it for the first time in a few years. So I was like, man, you know what? I got to get California Love some more spins. Look, this question here is like, test your sales skills. You know, maybe you may need to persuade someone to jump on one of your tracks. So. How would you sell ice in Antarctica?
How would I sell ice?
How would you sell me ice if we lived in Antarctica? What would be your pitch? You like, yo, I need you on this track. Yo, period, I need you on the track, man. But I'm like, look, I will give you the best verse ever if you could sell me some ice in Antarctica.
Jeez.
No, but I'm trying to think like, cause look, but this is the thing. You may have a look. I know that's a hard one, so let me just help you out for the next time, somebody asks you, look, what? Because the thing is, you can have your own company, right? You can have your own company that maybe you may purify the water before you freeze it. Because look, Antarctica has ice, but that ice is animals walk over it probably. They use the bathroom on it. You know, but your ice, you send it through a special process that makes it last longer for whatever the purpose that I need it for. And the reason why I knew the answer because I saw it online. Because I would have a tough time with that one too. But I guess they say like it determines. It's like measures your sales pitches and your creativity because you would have to be creative to be like, all right, well, let me take this ice and let me take this water, purify this water, refreeze it, and then sell it.
Well, because you mentioned about the bears peeing on it, I'll probably take from the top of the glacier.
Oh yeah. You travel. Look, I travel all the way across this thing. I travel to the top of the glacier. I get the water and I bring it down. And this question too: what if you could give a past supervisor some advice? What would you give that supervisor?
Past supervisor. Stop micromanaging.
That's the worst one, right? I'll be like, look, if I didn't give you a reason to micromanage me, then don't. Shoot, that probably is one of the worst things. Yeah, stop micromanaging.
I don't think I ever gave them any reason, but they always felt like they had to be a part of everything. So, you know, I'm trying to, you know, do my own thing, and he keeps checking in and asking, you know, how's it going, or you know, just trying to always make sure things are getting done on time or done properly, even though he hired me to do that job. So,
well, Paul was a manager for a while. Paul, what would be a reason why you would micromanage somebody?
They don't know what they're doing.
But you don't just do it just off GP.
Nah, but they messing up and your job depends on getting shit right. You gonna micromanage them shit.
I guess people don't be understanding the supervisor is probably getting it from somebody above him or her.
Yeah.
Probably.
And they stay on your head for it. And then all right, this one a little easier. So you're hosting a dinner party, and I ask everybody, this is my OG question. You're hosting a dinner party, you can bring 3 people to this dinner party, and these people, it could be anybody in the history of people. You could bring any 3 people. Who would you bring and what you serving them?
So it's me bringing people or inviting people?
Right, you invited 3 people to come to this dinner party, and you gotta make food for them as well.
Ooh. I'm gonna say. Okay, so first person I'll probably pick. This is just off the top of my head. I'll probably pick Michael Jackson.
Yeah, we get that a lot. A lot of people want Michael Jackson to come over.
Just want to pick his brain.
Uh-huh.
And it could be anybody, you said, right?
Anybody, yeah.
Okay. I'll probably, the second person I'd probably pick would be maybe Nia Long. And I say that because in high school she was a crush in high school. So you gotta bring.
Oh, ain't the Celtics coach? They engaged or they dating or something like that? Yeah, you on mute.
They married.
Oh, they got married?
Yeah.
Dang. You gotta bring him with you. He gotta come over too.
He ain't got no chance. No chance in hell. Vince Man, so
look, you definitely look, especially if they win the finals. You ain't got a shot. Well, I tell you what, because it's even for him, like what Fat Joe be saying, yesterday's price. Today's price. If he win that finals first year as a coach, and it's gonna be.
What y'all think about Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jackson?
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Look, this is one thing I like about us. why we clowning him? Like people making fun of him because, well, I guess on the flip side, you shouldn't be trying to marry somebody like that right now because she'd have been with like so many people in the past year that you the one that say, "Hey, I want to marry you." But on the flip side, it's like we clowning the man for showing. We clowning the man because
she only 24, so that's why I was like, man, you should have thought about how young she was.
Yeah, that too. Because he like 34, right? He 10 years older.
Yeah, you can. That's like that's wrong with you asking that little young girl to settle down.
Yeah, but that goes to show that she just out having fun.
She's living her best life.
She like, yo, right? Because you got girls that don't mind having a body count, as they say, if your body count is all these top A-list celebrities. Because it's showing that it must be something about you that all of these A-listers want me. Because now I'm here, she already with a new person already.
Damn.
Ooh.
Wow.
Jack Harlow. So it's like, geez, like she. So Michael B. Jordan, you gotta feel some way. Like, damn, the girl that I thought wanted to marry me has already got a new boyfriend.
Waiting on him.
But like you were saying, that's part of the game that is not. I don't like that either because like that would be a hip hop story. Don't none of them rap. You know, but the hip hop sites. You think they playing out on a rocket? You think they talking about learning how to Michael B. Jordan on some rock and roll site? Probably not. But for us, that's a hip hop story, and it's more important than some rapper who's out there spitting bars that nobody know about. That story will be front page on the hip hop site. But let's say you and Elzai drop a banger, they like, who the hell is S? Some people gonna say, who the hell is Elzai?
Yeah. Yep.
So. Bingo. Because only true underground hip hop heads really would know people like that, like or people who just like fans of bars,
right?
You know but yeah, that's how the culture is. Like the culture was able to get hijacked by a whole bunch of stuff that's non hip hop because we black and that's something to do with a black person. But and then you got and I'm not I don't mind like I'm a fan of all races. But then on top of that story will rack up numbers from a white podcaster.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, damn man, are we being played? We being played the whole time.
Yep.
Don't make no sense to me, but it's one of those things where we like try to change that with this podcast because like, man, I don't care about that stuff. Like, we're not here to talk about your criminal history. We're not here to talk about how many girls you done did dirty. We may try to have a little fun and laugh and talk about current events, but like that stuff, like you, with you being so close to Buffalo, you know, that probably had a big impact on Toronto with the shooting in Buffalo.
Possibly, yeah.
You know, so we try to talk about stuff like that, man, but we, like I said, once again, man, on behalf of me and Poe, we do appreciate you taking time out to come and holler at us, to talk about the music, talk about you, and you know, maybe you'll gain a couple fans from the listeners. That's the whole aim behind it.
I appreciate you guys having me on your platform. Definitely had a lot of fun chopping it up with you guys.
All right, and let everybody know, man, how they can find you. If they want to get in contact with you, how would they do that, and how could they go and stream some of this music and purchase it so we can get you some dollars?
Yeah, yeah. So anybody interested in hearing more, you could find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's the same handle. It's at HGMonsteres. That's HGMonsteres. Has links to all my music. Physicals, CDs, vinyl, t-shirts, sweatshirts. You can get them all there. Or if streaming is your thing, it's on all streaming platforms, but you can find the links on my IG. So HG Monster ES.
Yeah, I was wondering what it was. I just followed you now.
Cool.
All right. So yeah, we'll stay in contact with you. You know, when the next project drops, you want to come on, we'll chop it up about the project, man. Anytime. You're part of the family now.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Paul, you got anything before we roll?
No, it was nice talking to you, G.
Yeah, man. Appreciate